It's time to talk about 100 Acres Manor. Winning our coveted 2016 Haunted House of the Year, 100 Acres Manor takes on a monstrous form with 6 separate attractions underneath one. This year, 100 Acres Manor brings on Voodoo, The Breach, Hallows Eve, Torture Tank, Deadlift, and all new for 2017, The Host. Located in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, 100 Acres Manor is a full 100% charity haunt, meaning that all the proceeds from tickets are donated to local charities of Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas. Oh, before I forget, when we walked up to 100 Acres Manor, they have this gigantic, enormous animatronic devil skeleton looking prop Grim Reaper thing that stands in front of the attraction right next to our banner, and it is absolutely awesome. Take a look for yourself. As we pulled into the parking lot, we realized it was going to be a very busy night for 100 Acres Manor, which is okay, because granted, being our 2016 Haunted House of the Year, there's a reason why it's busy. As you come around the corner, the 100 Acres Manor comes into view, and it takes on a monstrous gothic medieval-style themed facade with spotlights, rolling fog, music, actors roaming, and of course the ginormous line that winds and weaves all the way back to the back of the road, where people have waited at least more than 2 hours to experience 100 Acres Manor. Luckily, Tyler and the 100 Acres Manor crew were nice enough to let us skip the line and get in right away. So after a short wait, we were ushered in to the main hallway leading to the elevators, where we began our journey to the depths of 100 Acres Manor itself. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, after the first attraction, I have no idea what comes next, and I have no idea what order is. Actually, I know what is the last one, but it's just going to be an overall review of the entire thing. Let me tell you something. 100 Acres Manor to me is like the epitome of a haunted house. I don't think I have ever experienced a haunted attraction that looks more like a haunted house or even Halloween than 100 Acres Manor. The theming, the attention to detail, the layout, the different props that are used inside, it's just amazing. It really puts a smile on your face, and that's kind of weird to say when you're walking through a haunted house that you're smiling. I guess that makes you a little bit weird, but hey, I guess I'm weird if I'm smiling in a haunted house. I must love it, right? From the very first step into the elevator to the very last step out back onto the blacktop, it's just pure Halloween, haunted house, haunted attraction. I'm gonna scare ya. It's just awesome. Now, the brand new attraction for 2017 is called The Host, and it's a Jack the Ripper inspired attraction where you roam the streets and the tunnels of London. Let me say something. This attraction was by far the most favorite of the night for me. I loved everything about it. It was dark, it was creepy, it was foggy, it was really like London. I mean, I was waiting for it to start raining. If you've ever been to London, that's all it does there. But for me, it was something that, to be honest with you, I've never seen before. I've never seen a London Jack the Ripper themed haunted attraction before. This was the first time. I mean, they even went as far as to get red telephone booths. They made it to a point where you came outside and it's like you were walking through the cobblestone area of London, where Jack the Ripper comes in out of the fog and kind of teases and taunts you. After The Host, you go through the 5 remaining haunted attractions. Now, with all of these haunted attractions, there is so much to take in. It's literally like one of those movies or shows, kind of like Game of Thrones, where you have to watch over and over again to kind of gain more information, see things that you missed. 100 Acres Manor has so much attention to detail inside, so much theming, that there is so much for you to grasp and take in. There's things above you, there's things below you, there's everything on each side of you. There is just so much to take in. And with all of that, it begins to make you focus on everything but the live actors roaming the hallway. So you get very distracted very easily because of everything that you're looking at. Everything looks real. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're hit right in the face by an actor with a scare, and it scares the crap out of you. The one thing that I think 100 Acres Manor has mastered beyond belief is the use of fake static props versus real life actors. Throughout the entire attraction, the 40-minute walk, there was times where I got close to what I thought were fake props, but then turned out to be real. There were times that I shimmied away from what I thought was a real prop, but it turned out to be fake. It actually got to the point where it kind of got annoying for me, a good annoying, because I was like, oh my God, are they going to do this again to me? Is this going to be another one? Is this going to be another one? It was all over. There were static props all over. You didn't know which one was real. You didn't know which one was fake. It's just awesome. Awesome placement, awesome lighting. I honestly don't know if there's anything that they could really change about the attractions themselves. I would say that the last attraction, Hallows Eve, it's a little anticlimactic. I'd say that for the end of an attraction, you want to kind of beef it up and make it something that people will remember. You have the host at the beginning, which is such a strong attraction, and then Hallows Eve being the last one, it just kind of fell short for us. It was our least favorite of the night. The Breach, which is themed after, aliens. There's a part where you walk slanted up an actual alien aircraft. They had this little girl hanging from the ceiling, and she was wiggling and moving. It looked so real. There's numerous fake aliens inside. There's numerous real aliens inside. But the only thing I would say is that what lacked last year was the intensity. I felt like the actors were all on point, but I felt like the actors kind of were a little bit tired, or some were missing. In fact, there were a few scares that I noticed last year that had been changed or didn't happen this year. One notably was the blue laser room inside the Breach. Last year it was decked out in fog, and the alien came charging at you from the end of the hallway right up to you, and this year it was completely lit up. There was no fog, there was no alien. For me, that was something that I looked for this year, because it was something that I found so cool last year. They still had the rocking boat during Voodoo, where you actually step onto a platform and you're inside an actual boat and it's rocking back and forth. They had the waterfalls, the little lake, the bridge. Everything that they had last year, they had this year. To me, even though it was repetitive from last year, those 4 or 5 attractions, it's still amazing. Like, I don't know what I can really say other than you have to get to 100 Acres Manor and experience it for yourself, because it is something that you have to see with your eyes. We never, ever do this, but we went in a second time. So we went in the first time, and then we went in a second time. And of course, our review is solely based on our first experience, has nothing to do with our second experience. But the second experience, I started noticing things that I didn't notice the first time. It's a forever changing experience, because you realize and see new things every single time. Now, I will say that with such a large crowd that 100 Acres Manor brings in, it does get a little bottlenecky, starting to form a conga line. Now, that's fine. If you've ever been to Halloween Horror Nights, you know that that's one of the main complaints about Halloween Horror Nights is the conga line style. However, 100 Acres Manor doesn't have guys standing in yellow security suits waving at you and telling you to move forward with a flashlight and totally ruining the experience for you after you've paid $60 to get in. That's Halloween Horror Nights on 100 Acres Manor. But for me, I felt like it kind of takes away from the experience, because it's so stop and go, or completely stop, and you stand there for like a good minute. One part that it does do that is the Claustrophobia Walls. I don't understand really what the point is in them anymore. I think they're kind of an outdated, overused, overrated, boring thing nowadays. I would honestly say get rid of it, because at that point, both times, I know I said I was only reviewing from the first part, don't get mad at me, but both times we did get bottlenecked at the Claustrophobia Walls, and we stood there for a good amount of time just standing there. If you're going to have people stand there, and you know that people are standing there, I would say put an actor there. Put someone there that's very well hidden and can scare people every couple minutes that come by, because it is quite a frustrating part of the haunted house. The people behind us were getting pretty upset that we weren't moving, but we understood why, because we had already been in it again once. But for me, that I would remove. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing Steelers because I am a Steelers fan, and I was right next door to Pittsburgh, and of course I have to wear it during the 100 Acres Manor review. Don't get mad at me. What I love about 100 Acres Manor is the fact that they stay true to who they are and what they are. They don't fluff anything up via their website or their social media with heavy production values or heavy production cinema videos that they make. Everything is true. They're still a haunted house at the end of the day. They're still there to scare the crap out of you. They're there to make you cringe, make you scream, and a lot of that does go on, whereas other attractions in the neighboring area, very close by, use their production values to kind of beef up their attraction, and then you get there and you're a little upset. I don't want to mention any names because I know there's a large following for this haunted house, but point blankly, if you're in the area of Pittsburgh, I'd forego the other haunted attraction and definitely check out 100 Acres Manor. Before you experience, I'm just going to say it, before you experience Scare House. Don't even bother going. We went last year and it wasn't enjoyable at all, and I hate to rip a haunted house during another haunted house's review, but when the two are so close together and you have the option of going to one or the other, I'm going to tell you to go to the one that we liked, and that was 100 Acres Manor. Everything from their video on their website, everything from their attractions on their website fell into place. It was a scary experience. It was tormenting. It was torturous. You had people jumping out at you left and right, up and down. Dark fog, dark rooms. You had to duck in through caverns where there were large animatronic props. It's just the epitome, again, of a Halloween haunted house where you get startled, you get scared, you walk around, you enjoy it with your group of friends, and it's just an awesome time. And it benefits local charities in the area because 100 Acres Manor donates everything that they make to these local charities. So overall, I would say if you're in the Pittsburgh area during the month of October, September, you better get your butt down to 100 Acres Manor and experience it for yourself. I can sit here until I'm blue in the face, like my shirt, and talk to you about how great it is and tell you everything that I experienced, but that would be no point because if you are experiencing, I'm giving away all the scares, and then it's not going to be fun for you. You'll come back to this video and comment, well, it wasn't scary to me. What the heck were you talking about? Well, that's because I sat there and I rambled off every single scare that I experienced. I can't do that. That's not fair to 100 Acres Manor, and that's not fair to you guys. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I am going to tell you if it was great or not. It was awesome. 100 Acres Manor definitely didn't disappoint. Our 2016 Haunted House of the Year, who knows, might be our 2017. We have to wait until the Fright Tour is officially over, which ends October 29th. But for now, I would strongly suggest that you get to there, you stop doing whatever you're doing, you drive there, you spend the money, you get in line, you wait in line because it is a long line. I would recommend VIP if you are going to go. Do the VIP because the line can get incredibly long. They are open now. They are open on weekdays as well as weekends. Definitely get there. And also don't forget to check out our banner and take a photo and tag us on our social feeds on Twitter and Facebook at FrightTour. And we hope that you guys enjoyed this review. This is our halfway mark. We have 5 more reviews to go. Hopefully we get all of them in. Like, comment, and share on this video as well as subscribe to our newsletter on our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel here. And until then, we hope to see you again. Happy screaming and visit 100 Acres Manor. Go. Now. Go.